here for the House of Biceps. Clint asked me to do a couple videos on some of the things that we've found problems with. Some of the members of the House of Biceps, some of the clients, are having problems with starting out with their squat. They have problems in the hole. They're not quite sure what's going on. They think their gear's too tight. They think their gear is wrong, or they're not quite sure. Well, in looking at them, a lot of them are starting off their squat wrong. If you ever take somebody, they'll come under they'll get ready to take the bar out of the rack. Their elbows are back, and what they do is they mush into the bar. There's nothing tight. Everything's rounded. A lot of times you'll notice it might take them 2 or 3 tries to even take the bar out of the rack. They'll push. It doesn't feel right. They can't really move it. They'll try again, and then finally they get in a spot where everything is tight, but it's not optimal. So if you're videoing yourself, or your coach watching you, and you notice that your elbows are back and your head's forward, that's wrong. You're not going to be able to take it out, and you're setting yourself up to be wrong in the hole. So what's going to happen is you're either going to pitch forward in the hole, or you're going to go to sit down and you have nothing to push with. The strength for your legs is not going to transfer into the bar. So some of the cues that we have is, if you notice, you're going to want to be more upright. Now some people are going to have a more forward lean, but when you have a more forward lean, the bar is going to be lower. If you're carrying the bar very high, like some people do, and you have a forward lean, you're going to miss. You're setting yourself up for trouble. So you want the bar in a good optimal position. You need to be squeezing here, just like you would bench press. You need to retract the shoulder blades down and back. Hands, some people, because of shoulder problems, need to have their hands out wide, but you still need to crank the elbows down. From there, as you descend into the hole, you're going to crank your elbows even harder, which is going to cue you to keep your chest up. You're going to keep your head in a neutral position. That's also going to give you a good shelf to put the bar. If you don't do enough upper back work, you might find that you're going to be weak here, so you're going to have to mush, and you're going to have your head down. So you want to have a good neutral position, and it's going to keep your chest up. So cues, elbows down. It's going to be uncomfortable a bit to squat big. If you ever see anybody come out of a big squat, they're uncomfortable. So you need to get used to being uncomfortable. Get your shoulder blades pulled together nice and tight. If you ever watch any of Julia's videos here, she just squatted 413 at the XPC finals at 123. Every time that I'm coaching her, I'm cueing her, elbows down. Get your shoulder blades pinched back harder. Get your back arched. If you notice, again, she's very upright. She's not leaning forward. Her head and eye position is forward, down, and forward, but it's about 10 feet, 20 feet forward, and not down here, 2 feet in front of her. So, shoulder blades down and back. That's going to retract the shoulders down. That's going to give you a solid space. Air, lots of air into the belly. You want to fill the belly circumference-wise, not just out. You need to fill it circumference-wise. And when you stand up, you need to stand up strong with it. If you stand up like, I don't know if I'm going to get it, you're probably not going to get it. You have to be confident in it. You should be able to easily stand up with something you can squat. Now, if you're having straps in your suit, it might be off the first time. That's understandable. But when you stand up, you need to stand up and attack the weight. You can't stand up with it like, well, I might get it, I might not. So, just elbows down, shoulders down and back. Stand up with confidence and attack the weight. That's it from the House of Biceps. Good luck setting new PRs.